The more you succeed, the more envy and jealousy you attract. If you don't know how to handle it, it will drain you. Not everyone clapping for you wants you to win. Some people smile while secretly hoping you fail. Here's how to deal with them without losing your peace. If you clicked on this video, don't scroll away just yet, because what you're about to hear could save you from years of bitterness, confusion, and silent sabotage. Every second you invest in this will return to you as wisdom and emotional clarity. But leave now, and you risk continuing to let jealousy infect your relationships, your peace, and even your dreams. Because here's the hard truth. Every successful person, no matter how kind, humble, or generous, becomes a mirror. And for some, what they see in that mirror reflects their own insecurities and failures. They don't hate you. They hate what your life reminds them of. You think success makes people love you more? Sometimes it makes them love themselves less, and that turns into covert resentment. That laugh they force, hollow. That compliment, loaded. That silence when you share your win, deafening. Jealousy doesn't always look angry. Sometimes it looks supportive, friendly, even close. These strategies will help you spot it and shut it down. This video is a lifeline. 10 hard-earned, psychologically grounded ways to deal with jealous and envious people without turning bitter, shrinking to make others comfortable, or handing over your peace as the price of survival. Let's start from the wound, not the wisdom. Picture this. You've worked hard for years. You finally get the promotion, you launch the project, you graduate, you buy the house, and suddenly people around you change. They start making passive comments, sarcastic jokes. They fade from your life without ever telling you why. What did you do? You glowed, and some people only liked you dim. There's a cost to outgrowing others. Not because you think you're better, but because your growth shatters the stories they told themselves about what's possible and what's fair. Often jealousy comes from those we least expect. Family, friends, coworkers who've smiled in your face for years. You don't see it coming until it's cutting. So now let's talk about how to navigate all of this, because you can protect your peace and protect your progress. You don't have to choose. Recognize subtle envy for what it is, a silent confession of insecurity. Carl Jung once said, "Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves." The same applies in reverse. When someone seems irritated by you for no clear reason, pay attention. Envy rarely announces itself with flames. It shows up as coldness, a delay in congratulating you, a backhanded compliment. These are not just casual slip-ups, they're signs. They are the subconscious begging not to be left behind. And they're often from people who don't even realize they're envious. Don't take it personally, but do take it seriously. Protect your wins with silence. Success doesn't always need an audience, especially one that's secretly hoping you miss a step. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The tranquility that comes when you stop caring what they say, or think or do, only what you do. When you glow, do it gently. Share your victories with those who have earned a front row seat. If someone's insecure, your celebration can feel like competition, even when you have no such intent. Guard your peace not by hiding your achievements, but by choosing who gets to celebrate them with you. Don't shrink to make others comfortable. This may be one of the most toxic coping mechanisms high achievers adopt. You tone it down, play small, over-apologize for your blessings because you sense someone's discomfort, but that doesn't solve envy. It empowers it. Your light will never be too bright for the right people. As James Baldwin said, "Not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced." If your success offends someone, they're not your audience. Stop dimming your fire to protect their shadows. Use distance, not drama. Listen closely. You don't need to confront every jealous person. You don't need to interrogate their silent shade. Distance is protection that doesn't require explanation. Emotional detachment is not cruelty, it's clarity. Sometimes you don't owe them closure. You owe yourself peace. Leo Tolstoy wrote, Nothing can make our life or the lives of other people more beautiful than perpetual kindness. But kindness doesn't mean keeping close what quietly corrodes you. Use their jealousy as data, not as damage. When jealousy shows up, don't internalize it. Study it. It's feedback, not about you, but about them. Their reactions reveal their values, their fears, their relationships with success, scarcity, and self-worth. Use that intel to know who's safe with your dreams and who's just watching with a scoreboard. Remember, success clears rooms before it fills them. But the rooms that remain, those are your tribe. When you start growing, jealous people don't cheer. They compete, criticize, or quietly sabotage. Here's how to protect yourself and stay ahead. Elevate your emotional intelligence. Not all envy is rooted in malice. Sometimes it's based in trauma, comparison, or a broken belief system. You don't need to hate someone for being jealous. You can be above it and empathetic. That doesn't mean tolerate betrayal. It means understand without absorbing. That's high EQ. Practice observing emotions in others without letting them alter the weather within you. Protect your energy like it's your last dollar. Give less access to the wrong people, strategically, not spitefully. You don't need to cut off everyone who struggles with jealousy, but you might need to limit what areas of your life they can enter. Friendship is not a free-for-all. It's a sacred exchange. If someone turns resentful every time you're winning, that's not a friend. That's a rival in disguise. As Stoic philosopher Epictetus put it, keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best. Accept this truth. Their jealousy is not your fault, but your reaction is your responsibility. You can't fix people's internal wounds with your humility. No amount of staying quiet about your success will heal someone who interprets your growth as a threat. Don't overfunction in relationships to offset their underachievement. Don't apologize for rising. Refuse to carry guilt you didn't earn. You can't stop people from feeling jealous, but you can stop their envy from affecting your life. These moves change everything. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like the moment things started going right in your life, everything around you started to feel wrong? Why does nobody talk about this? That success can feel lonely, not because you've changed, but because people's perception of you has changed. Suddenly you're too confident, too ambitious, too distant. Let's keep going. Let their jealousy push you higher, not hold you back. There's a scene in your life that will repeat until you finally choose yourself completely, even if it offends others. Use envy as fuel, not fear. Let it remind you that you're moving, that your presence means something, that you're touching nerves. Growth will always sting those committed to stagnation. Don't slow down for people who insist on walking in circles. Finally, ground yourself in identity, not image. Jealousy thrives in environments obsessed with looking successful instead of being whole. You have to know who you are so deeply that outside noise becomes just that, noise. When jealousy finds no gap in your self-worth to plug into, it loses power. You stop reacting, you stop explaining, you start living. Make this your mantra. I do not chase applause. I chase truth. I do not shrink for comfort. I expand for alignment. I do not explain my light. I protect it. If you've truly been paying attention, then you understand something powerful. Jealousy is not just a social annoyance, it's a spiritual test. It asks whether you will protect your peace or let other people's brokenness rewrite your story. The way we choose moment by moment determines if we rise or if we recoil. So the next time envy shows up, whether it's an awkward silence, resentful sarcasm, or subtle sabotage, remember this. A lion does not turn around when a small dog barks. If you've made it this far, leave the phrase "don't dim your fire" to protect their shadows in the comments. If this video made you question something, if it made you see things from a different angle, like and subscribe because this is just the beginning. And I'll see you in the next video. And remember, envy will always exist, but your peace doesn't have to pay the price. Protect it.